What's up, fellow Eagle fans and fellow football fans? This is Neil, aka My Fan, coming at you with another edition of my Season of the Fan Season 4 series vids. This I won't be trying to break down any games in this one, or the season to come. That video will come, as I said before, after the third preseason game. The Eagles actually start their preseason schedule this coming Thursday night at historic Lambeau Field against the Packers. And the good news about that is Discount Double Check will probably only play a series of two. But it will be good to see, the Birds and how, they progress throughout the preseason. We won't be seeing Alshon Jeffrey in this game. He's going to be sitting it out. But hopefully as the preseason progresses, week 2, 3, and, whatever, we'll see more of him and the full complement of the new weapons for Carson. And, as always, I'm looking forward to it. And again, I'll have more about the upcoming, what I feel the season's going to bring and those wonderful season predictions and all after the third preseason game, which is really the last time the starters will play. The fourth one, as I said before, is usually like just the backups are in there trying to win positions and jobs, and it's important for them. That fourth preseason game is a very important game as far as the coaches go to try to figure out who's going to make the rest of their roster, who are they going to put on the practice squad, and for those players it's very important. So that game certainly has a lot of importance for those players. But as far as the starters go and the guys who you're routinely going to see, barring injury or something like that in the regular season, probably not. But so that's why I usually wait until after that third preseason game to try to break down the season to come and how I feel things are going to shake out. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. That's just, filler for now. The main purpose of this particular video for the series is what I've never done before. Now, you know that I am an Eagles fan, and you know that I love my Birds, but I'm also a jersey head. And my other life here on YouTube is about, jersey collecting, throwback jersey collecting. I have quite a lot of jerseys in the collection, not all Eagles jerseys. As we know, I run the wide gamut of different teams, but my love is with my Birds for football, and with the other Philly teams, of course, for the other sports. But I am a jersey head. I'm a big-time jersey collector. I mean, I've done it for over 15 years. I have a very large collection. I'm very proud of that collection. And one of those things, as far as combining my two loves, the Eagles and sports, of course, and jerseys, is each year before the season begins, I try to get what I would deem a special Eagles jersey before the season starts. It's like kind of a, kickoff to the season, welcome to the season. Last year I got an authentic Terrell Owens Eagles jersey from the Eagles Pro Shop at Lincoln Financial Field when I was at a Temple game with my buddy Mark M. Shout out to him. That became my special, pickup Eagles jersey for that season. There's been others, going down the road. And this year's special pickup before the season starts actually came from another fellow jersey head by the name of Pistol. Pistol 2-1 to the motherfucking third. Of course, he's a diehard Raiders fan, and he's a jersey head too. He hit me up on Facebook Messenger and said, "Hey, Mighty, I got this jersey for sale on eBay. I think you have interest in it. Just toss me an offer, and it's yours, basically." And I really appreciate it, Pistol. Thanks for looking out. And that jersey, Pistol, you'll be very proud to know, is my special Eagles pickup for the going into this season. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show the jersey, and I'm going to kind of show off the rest of this closet back here because this consists of some of my best, Eagles jerseys to this point, and there's still some others I have to put in here. But I will run through the collection real quick. And let's get to the first, though. This is the jersey I was able to get from Pistol. It's an authentic Donovan McNabb, home midnight green Eagles jersey. It's an old Reebok helmet tag jersey. I don't have too many of the old helmet tag jerseys, but this one, this is why it's called the helmet tag jersey, because it's a helmet on the tag. But it's an authentic, just as he would have worn on the field at that time. It's also the older Eagles jersey, and by that you can see the logo there, the Eagles secondary logo there on the neck, and that was the logo that they had when they first started wearing these jerseys. And in fact, it is one of the versions of the first runs of these, because you notice there's no silver on the numbers, and they did that triple stitching with the silver later on. And then they, of course, now have the more arced Eagles logo on the front, under the neck and under the collar area. So this would have been like a, almost a rookie style Donovan McNabb jersey. I don't believe they didn't wear Reebok when he was a rookie. I think they wore Puma or something like that when he was a rookie. I forget exactly, but I did get his replica jersey when he was a rookie, an old starter Eagles jersey back then. But this is the authentic Reebok helmet tag jersey. You'll note the Eagles logo, very detailed. The head there on the sleeve with the silver, the dazzle twill. That's what we call in the business dazzle twill on the for the silver, the white and the green, of course, and the black, very well detailed, and of course the 5 double stitched right there with the white and the black outline on the shoulder. Again, it has the older NFL shield on the neck, and the Eagles, again, that's the secondary logo there, the name logo, call it what you want, right there, that's double stitched. The 5, of course, double stitched. Again, the shoulder, the same again on the next side with the Eagles logo. It's got what's called yoke sleeves. For those in the know, these are called yoke sleeves. And they're designed so that you can kind of put the shoulder pads, over them, so they stretch out, so you can do that. Same kind of in the neck area, so you can get all your equipment there, and you can put the jersey over it. So, again, with the helmet tag, Reebok tag right there for the jersey, size 52. And then we go to the back. That's right, number 5 will always love you, McNabb. On the nameplate, number 5, everything double stitched. The name is on a nameplate, stitched right on, as you can see. The 5 again is double stitched on the back. And so yeah, there we go. My authentic Reebok helmet tag, Donovan McNabb, early run, Philadelphia Eagles, authentic jersey. Thanks to Pistol. Thank you so much. Really appreciate this. This, again, is the 2017-18 start of the season special Eagles jersey pickup that I just made. So I will definitely be giving this many wears and enjoy it throughout the seasons to come. Donovan's my all-time favorite quarterback for the Eagles. I was a little too young for Randall, and of course Carson's just getting going. Just getting going. So had some great years with Donovan, of course. The only time I saw the Eagles in a Super Bowl, I was too young for 1980. So 2005, of course, McNabb losing to the Patriots. But great moment, though, getting there, and gave us some great seasons. And, yeah, one of the all-time greats for the Eagles. Of course, his number's retired. So, happy to have this authentic McNabb Reebok helmet tag jersey in the fold. And you will see it in future vids as well on me. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to share with you, the viewer of this series, some of the rest of my collection. It's not all of it, but it's a decent chunk, and it's basically some of my best jerseys in the collection for the Eagles. So let's get right into it. Again, we got this McNabb, and that's going to go right in there. But before that, now, full disclosure, I will start with this is my Temple jersey, and it's an Under Armour. It was customed into a Bernard Pierce, who was one of the great running backs in Temple history, and I picked up this jersey last year during the start of the Temple season. I never had a Temple jersey before that, so I wanted to get one. Every now and then I'll go to a Temple game, so I wanted to have a jersey to wear with it, and that's this. And now we get into the Eagles. This, basically a little history lesson out there, boys and girls. This was the first jersey the Eagles ever wore. Before they were the Eagles, they were the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. And as you see on the helmet history banner behind me, you see their helmet right here. The yellow with the light blue with the sky blue. And this is a Mitchell and Ness. They also wore long sleeves back then. And it's a generic number 33 because the Eagles came out in 1933. So there is the first ever Eagles jersey. And you might remember when they celebrated their 75th anniversary those years ago, they wore these jerseys with the shorter sleeves. I have a Brian Westbrook in that, that I still have to dig out of my collection. But this one I did pick up earlier in the year from eBay. So after they ditched the yellow and the blue, they went to the Kelly green. And this, of course, is a jersey representing that era. This is 1960. Mitchell and Ness, Tommy McDonald, guy who I met many years ago back in high school. Very, 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 very kind man, and just one of the all-time greats. His number should be retired for the Eagles, but great wide receiver. Hall of Famer. And the year I met him, actually, he was inducted to the Hall of Fame. So that was really cool. He came with his boom box, and he did his little dance and everything. He chest bumped all of us. And he's very proud to wear that championship ring from 1960. So Tommy McDonald, this is a Mitchell and Ness. Of course, they didn't have the name on the back then. There you got the 25, and of course the long sleeves. So yeah, this one's very appropriate when the weather gets very cool around here. So there you go. From one great and Hall of Fame Eagles wideout to a great Eagles wideout, not in the Hall of Fame, maybe could be, but not in the Hall of Fame, but certainly one of the members of the Eagles Hall of Fame, and that's Harold Carmichael. Great wide receiver from back in the day. This is an older run Mitchell and Ness jersey. Great big stripes going on the sleeves. Representing the 1980 season. Of course, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl that year after they beat Dallas in the NFC title game. By the way, Dallas fans, I know you guys love to gloat about everything. The only time the Eagles and Dallas played in the NFC title game, you know who won. So, I know we don't have Super Bowls yet, but we did beat you guys in the only time we played in an NFC title game. And Harold Carmichael, of course, a big part of that team. Big, very big, because he's very tall. Big receiver. And now we have Alshon Jeffrey wearing his number 17. Another big receiver. So, there you go. Great Harold Carmichael. This is an older run Mitchell and Ness. Now, when the Eagles beat Dallas in 1980 in the NFC title game, this guy had a pretty nice run wearing this particular jersey because the Eagles forced Dallas to wear their blue jerseys in that game and not allow them to wear the whites. The Eagles actually wore the road whites in that game. Just one of those things, kind of getting ahead, and it worked. Wilbert Montgomery, great Eagles running back, and of course the off-tackle run that really got that game going. Long touchdown run that started the scoring in that game. The Eagles would go on the win, and then of course lose to Pistols Raiders in the Super Bowl, but they beat Dallas. So this is a older run again. Mitchell and Ness, Wilbert Montgomery, technically the road, but for that one game in 1980 for the championship game, that was the home jersey they wore. So this was the jersey he wore when he made that run. Montgomery on the back, 31. Shout out to EDP. I know he just got the home green version of the Wilbert Montgomery, and I know he just got the Harold Carmichael too, the white. This version of Harold Carmichael. So EDP adding to his Eagles jersey collection, and so there you go. And of course the quarterback, Ron Jaworski, Jaws, of course, great quarterback for many years with the Eagles. Was the quarterback in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 15, losing to the Raiders, but did help get the Eagles to the Super Bowl. And again, technically the road white jersey. I still want to get his Kelly green one. I still want to get the Kelly green Jaws jersey, but I have the white one for now. Another older run Mitchell and Ness. Okay, so the only non-Philadelphia jersey I have in that closet is this one. This is a UNLV Randall Cunningham jersey, and I have it in the closet because obviously Randall has Eagles connections. So this is his UNLV jersey. I really like this one. It's got the UNLV going there on the sleeves. Very nice jersey. Every now and then you'll see someone at an Eagles game wearing this jersey, so I picked it up a couple of years ago, I believe, maybe last year or the year before on eBay. So. And this is his, this is his, of course, his Eagles jersey. The throwback, 1994 with the 75th anniversary patch for the NFL. Randall Cunningham. This is the older run of it. I know Mitchell Ness made the China run of this a few years ago, but I prefer the older run. NFL Shield, of course, on the front. Cunningham 12. Can never go wrong with this one. Very nice jersey. Then we got his Kelly Green Eagles jersey, circa the 1992 season. And I started becoming an Eagles fan in 1993, so that's this one's just after, just prior to that. Although I do certainly remember this when Jerome, of course, unfortunately passed away. The Eagles wore this particular patch on their jersey in memory of Jerome, home and away. And this was the jersey that I grew up with. This Kelly Green one right here, this is the one that I grew up with and, started becoming an Eagles fan when they were wearing this one. So I certainly wish that they would wear this as an alternate again, or some sort of version of this as an alternate again. At least a couple times a year, like the Chargers wear their powder blues. The Eagles should be able to wear the Kelly Greens a couple times a year. I certainly would welcome it for sure, and I know many Eagles fans are in the same boat as me. In saying that, one of my first ever favorite Eagles defensive players, Seth Joyner. Great linebacker. I think he should be a Hall of Famer. Just a tremendous linebacker for many years with the Eagles. I picked up this jersey some years ago, and I remember I wore this jersey on Black Friday at the Mitchell & Ness store, where I usually go on Black Friday. The day after the Eagles crushed Dallas a few years ago. It was Chip Kelly's first year as head coach, and okay, the rest of it didn't go too well. But they crushed Dallas on Thanksgiving that year. I wore this jersey at the Mitchell & Ness store, and there was an older gentleman in there. I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing okay. His name's Russell, and he's just a diehard. I mean, look, I give credit to the diehard Dallas fans, that live in this area. The ones that you only hear or see when they're winning, I don't give any credit to, but the ones that actually show up when they're losing too, I give them credit. And Russell was one of those guys, just always wore the gear, always supported, his Cowboys. And there was one of the workers at Mitchell & Ness took our picture. It was me in my Joyner jersey and, of course, Eagles gear, and Russell in his Dallas gear. And it was like, just one of those, pictures, and they put it up on Instagram. It was nice of them to do that. But I was wearing this jersey, and it's a harder one to get anymore, and I was able to get this off eBay some years ago. And it's one of my favorites because Seth was one of my first favorite Eagles defensive players. Of course, great linebacker for many years. So, and of course, the Minister of Defense, Reggie White. What would have been if the Eagles could have just retained him and not allowed him to go to be a free agent with the Packers, of course, though that started the whole free agent trend. So Reggie was a part of history there too. Of course, winning a Super Bowl title with the Packers, I was really happy for him, when they won, because he was a great player for many years, of course, with the Eagles. I always think it would be cool if Mitchell & Ness ever made his rookie Eagles jersey. And for those of you who don't know, when Reggie was a rookie, he wore number 91. And then he went to 92. He couldn't wear number 92 because another veteran already had that number. And then when the veteran left, and the following season, Reggie was able to wear his famed number 92. But I always thought it would be cool for Mitchell & Ness, or even to get a custom jersey of Reggie's rookie jersey as an Eagle, wearing that number 91, which now, of course, Fletcher Cox wears. But it would just be cool to see that jersey done. I've never seen it, so it would be kind of interesting, to see that. And for people, he wore number 91. Yes, he did. His first year, his rookie year in the NFL with the Eagles, he wore number 91 because he couldn't wear 92. Of course, he wore 92 with the Showboats in Memphis in the AFL days, or USFL. Sorry, AFL. Where'd that come? That was the NFL. But USFL, of course, with the Memphis Showboats, he wore number 92. He couldn't wear it his rookie year because a veteran, like I said, already had it, so he wore 91. Be a pretty cool one to have. But this, of course, was the 92 jersey, so it has the Jerome patch, as the Seth Joyner, as the Randall did. So, and I do have these jerseys in here by color too. So, speaking of Mr. Jerome, here he is, the great Jerome Brown. Rest in peace to him. Of course, rest in peace to Reggie too. Number 99, Kelly Green jersey right there. This one is from the 1991 season. And it's another older run Mitchell and S. Kelly Green. And I also have his road jersey. Now, at times they did wear this at home too. I think early in the season they wore the whites at home, and then they went to the Kelly Greens. And this is his, of course, white jersey. Again, with the 1991 as the season, I do believe. Yes, 1991. Older run Mitchell and S. Then I have the road version of the 1992 Reggie White with the Jerome patch right there. And the other thing I love about these jerseys is the heat press numbers. I really have an affinity for these. I have a lot of jerseys in my collection with the heat press numbers from various teams, and it's because of the Eagles, because I grew up on it. I grew up with these shiny heat press numbers, so numbers and letters, so that's what I love. Be kind of cool to see them wear that as an alternate too. See Carson Wentz wearing one of these, you know, with the shiny numbers making those passes. Be nice though. Be nice. Okay. This one I actually picked up earlier in the year. I wore this one when I went to the draft. When the draft, of course, was in Philly on that Saturday, I wore this jersey. I picked it up around that time. It's a Herschel Walker Eagles jersey. It's an authentic Eagles jersey, Herschel Walker. Now you'll notice it has the same logo as the Jerome logo where they wore it. This is the logo the Eagles were going to wear that season because they were going to celebrate their 60th anniversary. And instead of wearing that logo, they changed it to be a Jerome Brown Memorial. But that was the original logo that the Eagles were going to wear. So I thought it was kind of cool that it was on this jersey. The guy who had this jersey custom it onto it. So, you know, that's pretty cool. It's a little bit of history there for my fellow Eagle fans. And, of course, the sleeves with the full bird. So I had, remember from my one video, I have that big fat head of the old logo upstairs. That's because that's the one I grew up with. H. Walker was custom onto the back of this before, you know, as I picked, you know, it came as is with the jersey. So pretty cool extra on there. It's an old Russell Athletic vintage authentic. Right there, Herschel Walker. Had some good years with the Eagles. All right. Now this is a bit of a history lesson for the viewers of my channel and my series of Season of the Fan. This was the first Eagles jersey I ever owned, just as proof that I grew up and became a fan when they were wearing the Kelly Greens. One of my first favorite Eagles was Fred Barnett, the wide receiver, Arkansas Fred, and this is his Kelly Green starter replica jersey that I picked up at Modell Sporting Goods way back in the early 90s when I first started following the Eagles. And this is his. There it is. There's the logo. This is again. This was my first ever Eagles jersey. F. Barnett on the back, and my middle name is Barnett, so you know we share a little something in common. I actually met Fred years ago at an Eagles pep rally at the Lowe's Hotel in Philadelphia, and I got him to sign a ball, and it was just a thrill to meet him because he was my first favorite Eagle. And I told I should have been wearing this. I wasn't wearing this jersey that day, but I told him, first Eagles jersey I ever owned was yours. He liked that, so that was. And he's about my size too, so he's a smaller guy, but he was a really good receiver for those seasons with the Eagles. And of course, this again was my first ever Eagles jersey I ever owned. So I'm glad I got it in a bigger size back then because I can still wear it. This one I got some seasons ago. This is an authentic Ricky Waters in the Kelly Green. Some might forget Ricky's first year with the Eagles when they got him from the 49ers. The Eagles were still wearing the Kelly Green. So, and in fact, that was the last year the Eagles wore the Kelly Greens before they switched over to the Midnight Green to what they wear now. But this is a Wilson authentic Ricky Waters Kelly Green jersey. Or at least a vintage Wilson jersey, I should say. But it does have the NFL shield on the front, which is pretty cool. Ricky Running Waters. Mr. For Whom For What? Okay. Another one of my all-time favorites. Brian Dawkins Weapon X. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Hopefully he'll be in the Hall of Fame in the coming seasons. Hopefully next year. This is his rookie jersey. Mitchell Ness recreated it a couple years ago. I was able to pick this up. And again, as I said with the Donovan, the authentic I got from Pistol, there you see the, and that's how they wore it in that style when they first started wearing these jerseys, the Midnight Greens. They started, with this kind of look, with the double stitching. It wasn't until later when they went to that triple stitching and they added the silver, which they have today in the Nike jerseys. 1996, B-Dawk's rookie year. Great Weapon X right here. Great player, great safety. And I got this one from my buddy Big Slim, who I'll be seeing on Sunday. We're going to be at the open practice, Lincoln Financial Field. Going to be there with Big Slim and D from the Jersey Head groups, and my buddy Mark M will be there. The captain Jason might be there, so it'd be good to see a bunch of the guys. And we're just going to have a little meet up and have some fun at the Eagles practice. So if anyone's there, and you see us, feel free to say hi. If any of the other Eagle vloggers in the area are in the area. But I look forward to that on Sunday. I'll probably wear this one because I did get this one from Big Slim, my buddy, the biggest Eagles fan in Maryland. Big Slim, of course, has one of the largest jersey collections in the world, and it's a good buddy of mine. And I actually bought this from him, so it didn't quite fit him. So he said, "Hey, you want to buy this?" And, "Oh yeah, sure," because it is one I wanted to get anyhow. So it was really nice of him to sell me his. So this is the Dawkins jersey. Now this is the first season they were in Lincoln Financial Field. The one game they wore this patch. There you see it from September 8th, 2003, and they lost to the Bucks. It's darn Buccaneers. They got us in the NFC title game the year before, and we opened up the link with a loss to them. But you know what? The Eagles won a lot of games in the link since that. So, which is where I'll be on Sunday. So there's that inaugural game patch. Everything else, and there you see the Eagles with the more what they have today. Eagles on the front, kind of the arced Eagles. It's a little different, though, I think, now than it is even back then. They keep changing it around. But it's got the yoke sleeves and everything going on. And of course, Dawkins 20 on the back. Got that jock tag right there. So, yeah. Happy to have this. I'll be wearing this on Sunday. So, there you go. There you go, Big Slim. I'll be wearing this. In honor of him, he sold me this jersey, so I figure I'll give it a wear when I go for the practice and meet up with him there and my other buddies. This is the one I mentioned before, the authentic Terrell Owens Eagles home jersey that I customed into the Super Bowl 39 with the Super Bowl 39 patch. This is an authentic Reebok. It's not helmet tag because it's a little newer than the helmet tag, but it's the authentic line. I actually picked up on a deep discount last year at Lincoln Financial Field. I was just so surprised it was there. It must have been deep in storage somewhere, and they were trying to sell them. So I picked this up last year at the link, and then later I got that patch put on there for Super Bowl 39. hey, they lost that game, but he had a great game. And if the Eagles would have won that one, he would have been the MVP. So, and yes, another guy who belongs in the Hall of Fame. Hopefully he gets in next season. Last but not least, this is my Brian Westbrook Authentic, the alternate black jersey, which they will be wearing again this season as an alternate. Cool jersey. This is my boss's favorite Eagles jersey. He loves this jersey, the style anyhow, the black jersey as the alternate. I picked up this jersey at Modell's after Brian Westbrook left, and I got this really cheap. And I'm glad I did because, of course, he's one of the Eagles Hall of Famers, and great player for many years out of Villanova. So there you go, local connection there. And there you see the Westbrook 36 on the back. And this is what I talked about again with the triple stitching. You'll note on the numbers, you'll note that silver, and the TO had that too. You'll note the silver as the green, kind of filling in that what we call in the business triple stitch. That you know is and it's something they still have today. So you notice when they first started wearing these jerseys, they had the double stitching with the white and black, and then they over time went with the triple layer, the triple stitch for these jerseys, and they still have it today with the Nike ones. I don't have any authentic Nike jerseys, but I have a few of the replica ones, and you know they're very generic, you know, with the pressed on numbers, but. You know, maybe someday I'll have an authentic. The only thing I don't like about the Nike ones, and I don't quite know for an authentic what size I should get, because maybe just go to like the pro shop and try them on if I ever get one. And if I ever get one, it will be on sale. It will be discounted because I don't pay retail for much of anything. So the sleeves. You know, just the width of the jersey. The Nike does them in a certain way. You know, they're not like this. You know, they're a little more restrictive. So you just got to find your perfect size. And I really don't know what mine is yet. Of course, I've never really tried on any authentic Nike jerseys to this point. So, you know. But if I ever should see someone on a sale rack or something like that, maybe that's something for another day, you know. But okay. And I mean, full disclosure, this is a knockoff jersey, but I did pick it up last year because I wanted a Carson Wentz jersey. I didn't want to pay too much for a Carson Wentz jersey because I wasn't even sure. You know, sometimes buying a jersey, it's like playing a stock. You know, if you pay a lot for it and the player doesn't pan out, you're like, why did I do that for? You know, so I had good feelings about Carson Wentz. But I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't want to throw down that big-time dollar amount on a jersey. So I picked up this one pretty cheap. And it is a knockoff, and I know that. But someday I'll get his authentic jersey. But this is my Carson Wentz to this point. It's a knockoff Nike. But, you know, again, it's the only Carson Wentz jersey that I have to date. I will get an authentic one at some point. I think I have a little better feeling about him going forward as the Eagles quarterback, but I did want to get a Carson Wentz jersey last year. I just didn't want to overpay for one, so I picked up this one pretty cheap. But, you know, this is in the closet, you know, and it will be in the closet until I have the authentic, either a replica or, you know, one of those jerseys. But anyhow, that's a rundown of what's in the closet, and it took me about 33 minutes to film, so... I thank you all for hanging in there with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. A little different in my Season of the Fans series. Again, not breaking down games or the season or anything else. We're just having a little more fun with this one. So, again, thank you very much. Big shout out to Pistol. He is a Raiders fan, but he gave this Eagles fan a very nice Eagles jersey, or sold this Eagles fan a very nice Eagles jersey, and I really appreciate that, Pistol. My all-time favorite Eagles QB right here, Donovan McNabb. Thank you so much. Really enjoy this, and I will definitely give this plenty of great wears. Hopefully seeing many great victories in this jersey. Hopefully this jersey will be in my collection when the Eagles finally break through and win that elusive Super Bowl title. All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. A little peek into my fans collection for the Eagles anyhow. And maybe someday, because I know... I know I might get asked this to show some of the other Eagles jerseys, the replicas and whatnot. Maybe someday I'll go ahead and do that. I know I get asked from time to time to show the Eagles jerseys, to show the collection. So I wanted to do that, at least what I had here on hand to show. And maybe someday as the season rolls in or something, I'll show, because I have a decent amount of the replica jerseys too. And maybe I'll show those at some point. But hang in there. You know, it will come at some point. Can't promise it's going to be today, tomorrow, you know, something like that. But at some point. I know sometimes I do get asked about that. So I thought, you know what, well, I had a nice little pickup here. Let me show some of the collection to you guys. All right, everyone. Well, as always, let's go Birds. And I'll see you guys around for, again, after the Week 3 preseason game, I'll have my outlook for the season for the Eagles, for the NFC East. And then after that, I'll make a video with my wonderful, preseason predictions for who's gonna win the Super Bowl, the division winners, all that stuff. And I do so well on that every year. It's a wonder I'm not on NFL Network right now. It really is. Yeah, probably not. All right, everyone. Take care. Thanks for watching, as always. And let's go Birds, as I said before. See you around in the series and on YouTube.